This is Daniel Sheehan from Ringwalk TV, delighted to be joined by legendary ring announcer Thomas Treiber after the press conference for Fabio Wardley against Joseph Parker. Thomas, what did you make of that? What did you make of that press conference today?
You know, it was an interesting press conference. I mean, they're both being very professional. They're both being very cordial with each other. I mean, they're both very nice, likable guys. But there's a lot on the line, Daniel, with this fight. Could the winner of this fight be fighting Alexander Usyk? Maybe, maybe not. But you definitely want to get this win because it's a very, very important fight for Wardley and Parker.
It seemed to me in that press conference that Fabio Wardley was a little bit more jovial, ready to talk, whereas Joe seemed very down to business. One word answers, I'm going to smash you. Is that how you saw it in that sort of way?
Yeah, I mean, Fabio's, got a lot of charisma. He's always well-spoken. And not to say that Parker is not, but, you could see the confidence. I mean, Fabio Wardley got that knockout against Justice Hooney. He pulled the rabbit out of the hat when he was down on the cards in that fight. So his confidence level is riding high right now as he goes into this fight with Parker. And I think he wants to do the same thing. I think he's looking for that knockout.
And how much of this fight, how big do you see it being in terms of the heavyweight landscape as a whole? Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about the winner of this fight being the fighter to face Usyk next. Do you think this fight has a massive impact on what's next for both teams?
Say that question at the end one more time.
Do you think this fight has a huge impact on what's next in the heavyweight landscape?
Absolutely. Whenever there's the interim titles, although a lot of people may not look at them as a real world title, I mean, those are the guys who are in line for that perhaps world title shot or to be moved up. So it's definitely, a very, very important fight in the landscape of the heavyweight division.
And in terms of from your perspective, I really want to know what goes into these kind of press conferences and these fight nights from yourself. The people don't really see the preparation that goes into it from a ring announcer. Can you speak a little bit about that for me, please?
Yeah, as a ring announcer with these types of events, you're part of Fight Week. So you'll be the MC for the media workout. You'll be the opener for the press conference like I did today. You'll MC the weigh-in. So it's not just fight night that you're working. So you have to do your homework. I try and meet with each fighter, make sure I get all the correct information, speak with people with the television outlet. In this case, the platform is DAZN. So I'll work closely with the production people at DAZN. There's certainly a lot more that goes into it. Show preparation is very important with this type of job.
And you spoke a lot about, you've been working in Riyadh recently and you'll be going to Riyadh as well in the near future. How does a fight back in the UK compare being back with those UK fight fans?
Well, I mean, I always say the UK has the greatest fight fans in the world. I mean, you could always feel the excitement here when they sing their songs and do all their chants and everything like that. So I love coming to the UK. It's been a real honor for me as someone from the United States to get to work in the UK as extensively as I have. But working in Saudi Arabia, I've actually lost count now. I'm thinking maybe close to 20 times now. That's been a whole other incredible experience to itself. So just as a ring announcer, I always say there's no bigger honor than getting the opportunity to do this in a different country, because there's always great ring announcers in their respect in those countries. So for a promoter to think enough of you to fly you to a country means a lot.
And just a final one for you. You spoke. Obviously, you're a ring announcer. You can't really choose a side in these sort of fights. But how do you see this fight going in terms of the way it plays out, in terms of the sort of energy we're going to see from both guys on the night?
I think it's going to be bombs away right away. I don't think there's going to be a long feeling out process. I think these guys are going to come out, and I think Fabio is going to be looking for that knockout early. So I'm expecting a lot of fireworks really quick in this fight.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, Thomas. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.